ECMA would like to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Our artists, staff, and supporters acknowledge the peace and friendship treaties signed in this territory and recognizes that we are all treaty people.
Welcome to the 2021 East Coast Music Awards Part 2, the Music and Industry Awards, presented by TD from beautiful Sydney, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, with performances by Rube and Rake, Wolfcastle, and Catherine MacLellan. Here's your host, Heather Rankin.
Hi everyone, I'm Heather Rankin and I am honored to be your host tonight for the ECMA Awards Part 2, the Music and Industry Awards, presented by TD from Sydney, Cape Breton. TD supports over 60 virtual music and cultural festivals across Canada, which is pretty amazing. As they like to say, music brings us together even when we are apart. The East Coast music scene is as strong as ever, and despite the trying times we live in, it is inherent upon all to celebrate our music, our culture, and our people, now more than ever. So thank you from the heart, TD. This is night 2 of the ECMA Awards. Night 1 was last Thursday, and we will do a recap of that show later. Shortly, we will announce the winners of 14 music awards, 13 industry awards, and recognize 9 honorary award recipients. But before we see our first group of music award nominees, how about a little music to get the show started? Rube and Rake's 2017 debut LP Back and Forth garnered the St. John's Duo 2 Music NL awards, including Folk Roots Artist of the Year. Earlier this year, they again walked away with the Music NL Award in the Folk Roots category for their latest release, Leaving With Nothing. The honors keep coming, as this week Rube and Rake are nominated for 3 East Coast Music Awards. Here is Josh Sandhu and Andrew Late, accompanied by Maria Cherwick and Josh Ward, performing Leaves Are Gold.
There ain't no knowing your mind. If you ain't true to your nature, it's a guess every time. Still you're getting real good at making intentions well understood. Might not know it when you show it, but you'd best understand. There ain't nothing much to it, it ain't nothing more than a means. When's the music gonna start? Need some content for this tangential heart. September Shane's been spilling in. 5 whole years, there's no ship sailing in. May have thought we were headed for some critical mass. Seems all the while we were waiting for all over town to pass. For all the hopes I've been holding, there are fights we'd be throwing. dropout road. Now the wheels are moving. No point towing the line. No sins like Lazarus won't rise up in due time.
Dance Recording of the Year. Enregistrement de l'année danse. Bridges and Fowler, Suspicious. Cloverdale, Keep Dancing. Karate Cactus, Shut Up and Say It. Kin Crew and Looney Tunes, No Limits. Penio and Loeb, Free featuring Lynx and KO. The ECMA goes to Bridges and Fowler. Classical Composition of the Year, Composition Classique de l'année. Presented by Canadian Music Centre and Debut Atlantic. Andrew Stanland, Peter Quince at the clavier. Becca Sims, Granitic. Derek Chark, Tree Rings. Dinuk Wijaratni, The Spirit and the Dust. Emily Doolittle, Minute Etude, Excerpts Live. Peter Anthony Togney, Sea Dreams. The ECMA goes to Peter Anthony Togney. Loud Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Loud, presented by Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation. Diner Drugs, As Is. Hero's Last Right, Behind the Darkest Days. Sonic Detour, Sound Drown, Selfish Reasons. Winterhearth, Riverbed Empire. The ECMA goes to Diner Drugs. Group Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Groupe. Presented by Cape Breton Regional Municipality, Bioloc, All Hands. Jessica Ray and the Ramshackle Parade, Just Like a Woman, Songs of Bob Dylan. Les Hay Babies, Boîte aux Lettres. Rube and Rake, Leaving with Nothing. Sorry, In Full Bloom. The ECMA goes to Les Hay Babies. Jazz Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Jazz, presented by TD. Anteater. Joe Bowden, Roots, Tales of the Urban Yoda. Joel Miller, Unstoppable. Lee Park. The ECMA goes to Joel Miller. Folk Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Folk. David Miles, Leave Tonight. Dylan Menzie, Lost in Dreams. Jenna Barry, Holiday. Sherman Downey, New Beautiful. Rube and Rake, Leaving with Nothing. The ECMA goes to David Miles. Children's Entertainer of the Year, Artiste Jeunesse de l'année, Bingley and the Rogues, Dr. G, Matt the Music Man, Silly Robbie, The Swinging Bells, the ECMA goes to The Swinging Bells.
Hello, and love from St. John's, Newfoundland. We are more than excited to be accepting this award here today. We want to say special thanks to the ECMA for bringing the award back, and congratulations to all our fellow nominees. It's so wonderful to see children's entertainment alive and well on the East Coast.
A huge thank you to all the families and friends and fans that came to watch all of our online shows over this strange year that we've just had. And a huge thank you to the festivals and events that went online and had us be part of your lineup. We hope to be playing live and in person again as soon as possible.
Thanks to Jeff Elliott, Lawrence Curry, Perfect Day, Michelle Robertson, Music and L, Arts and L, and Factor, and everyone else who supported us along the way.
And a huge thank you to our family, our students, and to all the teachers out there. We love you, we appreciate you, we support you, and here's our love for you.
We hope you have a wonderful year to end out. Thank you all so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Phyllis!
Music brings us together even when we're apart, because virtual festivals can be performed anywhere and enjoyed everywhere. That's why TD is proud to support over 60 virtual music and cultural festivals, connecting artists with fans from coast to coast.
Arts are extremely important. Everything that we're dealing with in society, how we talk about it, how we experience it, the number one way to explore that, I think, is through art.
Cape Breton has such a history of arts and culture and storytelling and dance and music especially, but all of those elements haven't necessarily had a home to come to roost. And theater, I think, is so perfect for that. This year has really thrown us a curveball, obviously. We actually have live performances with very limited audiences and physical distancing and masks. It's given us an opportunity to test pilot a program which is called Radical Access. That's something that we've established, and thanks to the funding of hundreds of independent people, we've been able to provide free access to all 12 of our main stage productions for the next year. Especially now where so many people are in exaggerated financial burden, it's something that we can give back. I think because Nova Scotia Gaming has support for culture, it really ensures that places like the Highland Arts Theatre can exist.
When you commit to a lifelong career in music, you do so without many safety nets.
You're really going hard, you're touring a lot, there's a lot of late nights.
Out on the road, there's not a lot of time for just you.
People push through a lot of pain and a lot of trauma in order to present their art. And that's usually wonderful, but there's always sometimes a cost.
For those of us in the music industry, there is very often nothing to fall back on. And unison is something to fall back on in times of dire need.
I lost my voice for a few years. For 3 years, I basically couldn't sing at all.
There's a lot of pressure on artists.
Transient nature of this job in every regard is not necessarily very conducive to people that are suffering from a mental illness.
After my breakdown, I was on the floor, broken, and no one knew about it.
We dedicate our lives to doing it, and usually at a young point where we don't think about the future at all. So there's somebody looking out for us if, God forbid, something should happen.
The list of help that Unison offers is incredible. Everything from financial assistance, counseling services, physiotherapy, legal advice, and so on. I had no idea that these things were available. And they're available to everybody in the Canadian music industry.
We all need something or someone to lean on.
Sometimes life gets difficult.
Their service is 100% discreet and free.
Just know that this is a great program to help people when they're down.
It's kind of an insurance policy.
To help sick and beautiful artists who are struggling.
Unison saves lives. I know this because they helped save mine.
We're going through challenging times, but we know music has an incredible capacity to unite us. Music helps us grow, learn about ourselves, and connect with others. Music also helps open doors to a more inclusive tomorrow and amplify voices that aren't always heard. That's why we support Canadian music with a focus through the TD Ready commitment on arts and cultural experiences that bring people together and break down barriers, even when we're apart.
Nova Scotia's Cape Breton Island has been ranked the #1 island in North America by Condé Nast readers. We look forward to the day when we can safely welcome visitors back to our #1 island destination. We're saving a seat for you. Cape Breton Island. Your heart will never leave.
Welcome back to the 2021 ECMA Awards Part 2, the Music and Industry Awards presented by TD from Sydney, Cape Breton. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees from our first group of ECMA Music Awards tonight. More music awards to come a little later, but now it is time to pay tribute to the industry side of the music business. The hard-working people behind the scenes, the managers, the producers, engineers, venue operators, record store owners, festival organizers, and many, many more. They may not be household names, and they don't get recognized by fans, but ask any artist, and they will tell you that these folks are the backbone of the music business. Also, each year, the East Coast Music Association's Board of Directors bestows special honorary awards to a very deserving group of individuals. There are 4 honorary awards to present this year, plus 5 Stomp and Tom awards to hand out. It is now my pleasure to present this year's industry and honorary award recipients, but first, let's hear from our next performer. Wolf Castle is a 24-year-old Indigenous Mi'kmaq rapper, producer, and singer from Papineau First Nation, New Brunswick. An unlikely place for a rap career to come to fruition, Wolf Castle quipped, but everything about me defies the odds. I grew up on the reserve with a supportive family of artists, so going for a career in the arts seemed like the natural choice for me. A self-proclaimed knucklehead with an internet connection, Wolf Castle's catchy hooks, confessional verses, and bright-eyed optimism delivers a new perspective on being young, Indigenous, and proud of it. Nominated for 2 ECMAs this year, please welcome Wolf Castle.
And it goes a little something like this. Yeah. Because when fate comes knocking on your door, you shouldn't leave it. You should open that door. It's important. That's what I did. Can't believe it, I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving, I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me, my whole life ain't simple lately. Thought I was a goner bad, thought I wouldn't follow track. Chugging, not calling back. Run until I fall intact. Whoa, fresco, fresco. Paint me like a Leo, Leo. Scorpio with the Evo, Evo. Stitch no Lilo, Lilo. Alien brain. Yeah. Lover in a fight around, fit into a case. Saw them when I come up to the surface like I'm baked. Pouring up for myself in a ditch off the lane. Love, harder than a Hot Wheel track. Harder, you can never beat that. Whiplash spinning in the back. Whoa. Can't believe it, I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving, I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me, my whole life ain't simple lately. You know I call the shots, I ball a lot. Catching feelings wasn't part of the plot. Wasn't part of the plot. Hit the beat now, let's go. Need a neck brace when the beat too daft. GT vibe, don't cruise the D-class. Bopping with my head up like I'm looking for a fight. Bouncing at the air park, yeah, I got a life. What? What's my age again? 2020 vision hopping off the fence. Counter-Strike Cupid popping off the band. Crashing my computer, I go off again. Go. Follow your heart. Whoa. Download a piece of it, you couldn't stop. Cooking the feeling like fish in a pot. Wanna run going, I'm running full stop. Love take my ego and tear it apart. You got the man, I'm on the loose. Pokemon trainer, so you gotta choose. Love is a game, I'm willing to lose. If love is a game, I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to choose. What's it gonna be? You willing to lose? Huh? Follow your heart straight to the truth. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately. Yeah.
Artist Innovator of the Year, Artiste Innovateur Innovatrice de l'année, presented by the Atlantic Craft Beer Collective. Adam Baldwin, Duo Concertante, Lori LeBlanc, Stephen Lewis and the Big Band of Fun, the East Pointers. The ECMA goes to the East Pointers.
Woo! Thank you guys very much. We're the East Pointers here on the lovely Prince Edward Island, and we're just honored to win the very first Artist Innovator of the Year award. So thank you.
For our project, Endemic, which kicked off right around the start of this whole thing that's going on. And was a great way for us to stay in contact with, people in the arts community during those first few months, especially because we were all in different parts of the world. It was a great way to, have constant communication. And it was a great way to help raise money for organizations that are near and dear to our heart.
Big thank you to all the artists and friends who came on live on Facebook and read a chapter of Anne of Green Gables. And special thank you to Tim, Annie, Chloe, Donnie, and Bree. We love you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Company of the Year, Compagnie de l'année, 618 Entertainment Inc., Atlantic Disc and DVD, The Citadel House, Sonic Concerts, Sound of Pop, the ECMA goes to Sound of Pop. The Event of the Year, Événement de l'année, presented by Canadian Federation of Musicians, Celtic Colors International Festival 2020, Levee on the Lake, Lunenburg Folk Harbor Society, Saturdays in the Park, Shivering Songs, the Jib Fest Weekender, the ECMA goes to Levee on the Lake. Industry Innovator of the Year, Innovateur Innovatrice d'Industrie de l'année, Celtic Colors International Festival, Side Door, The Cap, The East, NSCC Music Business Class of 2020, The Revival Initiative, the ECMA goes to The Cap, Live or Virtual Sound Engineer of the Year, Ingénieur de son en direct ou virtuel de l'année, presented by SEMA, Carter Snow, Michel Lacour, Peter Gallant, Peter Green, the ECMA goes to Peter Green. Management Manager of the Year, Gérant Maison de Gérance de l'année, Bruce Morel. Kate Butler, She Said Feck Records. Matthew Sampson. Roger Lockyer. Sonic Entertainment Group. The ECMA goes to Sonic Entertainment Group. Media Outlet of the Year, Media de l'année. Presented by Enterprise. Canadian Beats. Kicks Country Network. Maritime Center Stage. The East. VOCM. The ECMA goes to The East. Media Person of the Year, représentant des médias de l'année, Alex Cook. Chris Pride. Greg Smith. Richard Land. The ECMA goes to Alex Cook. Producer of the Year, réalisateur de l'année. Presented by Junos Karas. Chris Kirby. Classified. Jamie Folds. John D.S. Adams. Corey LaRue. The ECMA goes to Classified. Studio Engineer of the Year, Ingénieur de Studio de l'année, Jamie Folds. John D.S. Adams. Mike Sheppy Shepherd. Paul Arntzen. Scott Ferguson. The ECMA goes to Jamie Folds. Studio of the Year, Studio de l'année. Presented by Nova Scotia Spirit Company. FMP Matrix. Lakewind Sound Studios. Sound Park Studios. Stonehouse Sound. The Sonic Temple. The ECMA goes to The Sonic Temple. Video Director of the Year. Réalisateur, réalisatrice de vidéoclip de l'année. Presented by Actra Rax. Catherine MacLellan and Tara McLean. This Storm, Catherine MacLellan and Tara McLean. Mathieu Laprise. Camping Colibri, Raphael Butler. Mike Boyd. Good News, featuring Bria Isabel, Classified. Nicole C. Holland. Kat Schubeli. Big Universe, Jenna Barry. Patrick Canning. Weight in My Lungs, Heavy Horses. The ECMA goes to Mike Boyd. Visual Artist of the Year, Artiste Visuel de l'année. Presented by Support for Culture. Aaron Bishop. Ashley Ann Clark. Jessica Ray. Katie Lamont. Launch Media. The ECMA goes to Ashley Ann Clark. The Dr. Helen Creighton Lifetime Achievement Award is decided by the Board of Directors and recognizes an individual or group who has had a profound and lasting effect on the Atlantic Canadian music industry. This year's recipient is Joella Folds.
Thank you so much for this amazing award. I'm surprised and delighted to find myself in such great company as the previous winners of this award. And I guess this also makes me officially old, but I'm okay with that. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with so many incredible musicians and amazing colleagues and organizations. It seems to me right now like I'm standing on their shoulders. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. And to my family, who've been beside me every step of the way, I know it hasn't always been easy, so thank you. Right now, like many of you, I'm quite worried about our industry. As we try to find a way through to the other side of this, we're going to have to keep our creativity and our passion really strong. And we're going to have to support each other more than ever. But I feel confident that we will find a way to keep sharing our music, making people happy, and eventually being together again. So to the board of ECMA, thank you so much. And also thank you for making sure the world knows that East Coast music is here to stay.
The Bucky Adams Memorial Award recognizes an African-Canadian, Black individual, group, or organization that has had a significant impact on the African-Canadian, Black, and/or overall music industry in Atlantic Canada. This year's recipient is the Gospel Heirs.
We're here with some of the original members of the Gospel Heirs of Nova Scotia. We thank the East Coast Music Association for this opportunity and for this memorable award, Bucky Adams Memorial Award, the first of its time, and recognizing that gospel music is an important and long-standing genre of East Coast music. It's been around for a long time. Gospel means good news, and when we share the gospel, we're sharing good news. So keep the good news music going, Nova Scotian musicians.
The Industry Builder Award is presented to an individual or group that has made a significant impact and genuine contribution to the welfare of the music industry in Atlantic Canada. This year's recipient is Jamie Steele.
Greetings, Jamie Steele here. When I received the call from ECMA Board Chair Dean Stairs to notify me of this award, I was completely overwhelmed. It was an incredible surprise and is an extraordinary honor. My years of involvement with the East Coast music industry have been and continue to be a wonderful journey, full of steadfast relationships, astonishing talent, and lasting bonds. And because of these, the journey will continue. Thank you to the ECMA board for this generous recognition, and my humble gratitude to all of you, artists, presenters, agents, managers, technicians, music fans, friends and family who have helped me find my way and have guided me in my efforts. All of you deserve a part of this award. Cheers.
The Musician's Achievement Award recognizes a side player or session musician who exemplifies professionalism and quality musicianship on recordings and live performances of East Coast music. This year's recipient is Keith Mullins.
Hey everybody, Keith Mullins here. Thank you for the great honor of Musician's Achievement Award, ECMA, and all our music community in the Maritimes and Newfoundland. I'm truly honored and I'm truly grateful. Thank you to my publisher, Sound of Pop, Tim Hardy and Glenn McMullen, and thanks to all the people that have gotten me work the past 30 years in the music industry. It's been a great ride, and thanks for putting food on my kids' plates. I got 4 now. And yeah, take care, everybody. I got a new project. It's called Barn Bray. It's a band. Please check us out. Isabella Sampson, Morgan Tony, and Jesse Cox. We made records the past 6 months. here in lockdown in Nova Scotia, and I'd be grateful if you went and checked them out. Thanks. Peace out.
The Stompin' Tom Connors Award was created to honor those who have made a long-term contribution to the East Coast music industry. A Stompin' Tom Award is presented to one individual or group from each of the East Coast Music Association's 5 regions. This year's recipients are Wendy Bergfeld, Cape Breton, Peter Rowan, New Brunswick, Buddy What's His Name, Newfoundland and Labrador, Dave Gunning, Nova Scotia, Tara MacLean, Prince Edward Island.
Loss is never easy, and no one is spared. Let us take a moment to reflect and remember those in our East Coast music family whom we've lost over the past year. And there are far too many. Good friends whose contributions to our music community will be forever cherished and never forgotten. The music, the stories, and the memories will never die in our hearts. To quote Helen Keller, "What we once enjoyed and deeply loved, we can never lose, for all that we love deeply becomes a part of us."
We're going through challenging times, but we know music has an incredible capacity to unite us. Music helps us grow, learn about ourselves, and connect with others. Music also helps open doors to a more inclusive tomorrow and amplify voices that aren't always heard. That's why we support Canadian music with a focus through the TD Ready commitment on arts and cultural experiences that bring people together and break down barriers, even when we're apart.
Cheers. It's a small word to celebrate big things. A way to say you did good, or man, am I ever glad you were there. For us, it's simply a way to say thanks. So cheers to the people who get you to your next stop. And to those who know when it's time to go. To the friends who have the best snacks to share. And to those who know when they've had enough. To the hosts who always have a place for you to turn in. And to our Nova Scotian way of looking out for one another. Cheers to the good times we're known for. And to the good choices that make them possible. Cheers to consuming responsibly and getting home safe.
Where is the truth? It's about time for some good news. Yeah.
Including tonight's awards, the East Coast Music Association will present a total of 50 awards this week in the categories of music, industry, and honorary. That's a lot, which is why most music award shows around the world always have 2 shows or events. There are just too many prizes to hand out in one night. This past Thursday, ECMA held its first award show, which was supposed to be a live, in-person event at Centre 200 in Sydney. But of course, it was moved to an online platform when Nova Scotia went into lockdown. We're getting pretty good at the old pivot these days. Maybe someday it'll become a new dance. And it'll be called the pandemic pivot. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Okay, anyway, it was a great show with 13 amazing performances and 14 award presentations, and I was very honored to sing in the Rita McNeil induction into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame. I had a great time. Let's check out who picked up ECMA hardware at that show.
Solo Recording of the Year, Rose Cousins. Indigenous Artist of the Year, Silver Wolf Band. Rap Hip Hop Recording of the Year, Classified. Enregistrement francophone de l'année, Les Hey Babies. Rising Star Recording of the Year, Mike McKenna Jr. Roots Traditional Recording of the Year, Maxime Cormier. African Canadian Artist of the Year, Zamani. Album of the Year, Neon Dreams. R&B Soul Recording of the Year, Keontae Beals. Fans Choice Entertainer of the Year, Biolak. Fans Choice Video of the Year, Kelly Loader. Pop Recording of the Year, Sorry. Song of the Year, Rich O'Coin. Producers, Rich O'Coin, Joel Waddell, Kevin Marr. Songwriter of the Year, Catherine MacLellan.
Congratulations to all the nominees and winners from last Thursday's show. It was truly a night to remember. It is now almost time to see our final group of music award winners. But you can probably guess there's music coming first. Catherine MacLellan is one of Canadian folk music's true gems. Her latest recording, Coyote, is a travelogue through heartbreak, loss, and the joy of life. Coyote contains 14 songs that are reflective, poignant, and hopeful. All were recorded and produced by Catherine in her PEI home studio. With multiple ECMA awards, Canadian Folk Music Awards, and a Juno to her credit, Catherine's bounty of accolades continues to grow as this past Thursday, she was awarded the ECMA for Songwriter of the Year. Quite an honor. I actually presented it to her, well, virtually. Here now is the lovely and talented Catherine MacLellan.
One foot in front of the other, that's how we must go. One step ahead of the next and we'll get there nice and slow. See, I've been waiting all of my life just to be with you right now. Let's not waste a minute of this, it could all let go somehow. I've been waiting on my love, yes I have. I've been waiting on my love. Two little birds go flying high up in the sky. Two little tears come rolling, falling from my eyes. And I never promised you there would be no pain, but I can promise you that it's worth it just the same. I've been waiting on my love, yes I have. I've been waiting on my love. I've been waiting on my love, yes I have. I've been waiting on my love. Oh, 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 Well, some things in life we win, some things we lose. Some things in life are given to us, other things we choose. I found a gift in you that cannot be replaced. I hope that you know you are welcome here to stay. I've been waiting on my love, yes I have. I've been waiting on my love. I've been waiting on my love, yes I have. I've been waiting on my love. Oh, 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 oh,
Classical Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année, classique. Presented by Canadian Music Centre and Debut Atlantic. Charles Cormier Duo, Bathymetric Terrains. Duo Concertante, Franz Schubert Music for Violin and Piano. Sarah Hagen, Women of Note. Sarah Sleen, Symphony Nova Scotia and Bernhard Guler. Sarah Sleen and Symphony Nova Scotia. Steve Cowan and Adam Kichaliddy, Focus. The ECMA goes to Adam Kichaliddy and Steve Cowan. Rock Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Rock. Presented by Giant 101.9. Buttes, Dalliance. Chris Colpaw, 2019. Kestrels, Dream or Don't Dream. Like a Motorcycle, Dead Broke. Nap Eyes, snapshot of a beginner. The ECMA goes to Buttes. Electronic Recording of the Year, Enregistrement électronique de l'année, Elephant Skeletons, Sleep. Grege, In Search of. Rich O'Coin, United States. Scientists of Sound, The Beginning of the Beginning of the End. Sparky, Moon Mist. The ECMA goes to Rich O'Coin. Country Recording of the Year, Enregistrement de l'année Country, presented by New Country 103.5. Brooklyn Blackmore, Get a Little Crazy. Lori LeBlanc, When It's Right, It's Right. Lawrence Maxwell, Almost Natural. Norma MacDonald, Old Future. The Heavy Horses, With Darkness in My Eyes. The ECMA goes to The Heavy Horses. Instrumental Recording of the Year, Enregistrement Instrumental de l'année, presented by Atlantic Lottery. Balelock, All Hands. Grege, In Search of. Maxime Cormier, Maxime and Gervais Cormier, live at the Fortress of Louisbourg. Sarah Hagen, Women of Note. Tactus, Mirrored Glass. Wrong Planet Band, Wrong Planet Band. The ECMA goes to Maxime Cormier. Contemporary Roots Recording of the Year, Enregistrement Roots Contemporain de l'année, presented by Dairy Farmers of Canada. Catherine MacLellan, Coyote. Coco Love Alcorn, Rebirth. Émilie Landry, Arroser les Fleurs. Mike McKenna Jr., At the Edge of the World. Rose Cousins, Bravado. The ECMA goes to Rose Cousins. Inspirational Recording of the Year, Enregistrement Inspirationnel de l'année, presented by Destination Cape Breton. Jordan Musician, Around the Fire. Justin Fancy, Sure Beats a Good Time. Kristen Martell, Coming Home. Martine Kelsey, Sweet Hallelujah. Natasha Blackwood, Ease Back. The ECMA goes to Jordan Musician.
Hey everyone, holy smokes. Thank you so much to the ECMA for this award. We put a lot of love into this album and it's so cool to see it being recognized like this. It means a lot to me. Thank you to Fred and Sheppy over at Lakewind Studios. You guys are amazing. To the band who helped me record this album, you guys are all musical assassins. Thank you so much. To my family and wife, Lauren, I love you guys. Thank you for being so supportive. I'd also like to thank Bette McDonald and Maynard Morrison for taking me out on the road with them for their 'Tis the Season tours the last few years. A lot of the material that I wrote for that show ended up on this record, so thank you guys. This album is about family and traditions, and I'm missing my big musical family right now, and I can't wait to see you all next year at the ECMAs. Cheers, everyone. Take care.
As the sun begins to set on ECMA 2021 from Sydney, Cape Breton, we look ahead and start making plans for next year when ECMA 2022 moves to Fredericton, New Brunswick for the first time since 2008. Very exciting. So now it's time to pass our ceremonial baton, Big Blue, on to the new host city. For those of you who don't know Big Blue, it's a guitar without a clear history. Blue in color, with cloth strings covered in artwork and various artifacts. One can only assume it was found under the piano after a late night flow case. Anyway, Big Blue remains a cherished symbol of ECMA as she moves from one host city to the next. Let's watch the handoff.
Hey folks, Amanda McDougall, Mayor for the CBRM here. What a weekend. I love the talent that we have here on the East Coast, and boy, did we get a treat. After the past 15 months of ups and downs, highs and lows of COVID, ECMAs came through. I know it wasn't in person like we would have loved, but this pivot, this amazing creativity, it has given us hope and excitement for ECMAs to come. I can't wait until we're all together again. Let me tell you, I'm going to be in Fredericton with you, Mayor Kate, so on behalf of the CBRM, on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of all the creatives up and down the East Coast, thank you, thank you, thank you for such an amazing experience. So Mayor Kate, I'm going to hand off Big Blue to you and see you in Fredericton.
I'm happy to let you know Big Blue has arrived here in Fredericton, safe and sound. I'm Mayor-elect Kate Rogers, and on behalf of myself and Council, congratulations to the East Coast Music Award team for a great event executed during a really challenging time. As the ECMAs wrap up tonight, it's time to start planning for next year. Preparation is already underway to ensure Fredericton rolls out the red carpet for music industry and fans. We can't wait. To tell you more, it's my pleasure to introduce award-winning musician and one of my favorite Frederictonians, Mr. David Miles.
Hi everyone, I can't wait to have you all come to Fredericton for ECMAs in 2022. As a musician, I love playing in Fredericton because it's a city that lives and breathes music. Since I was a kid, I grew up here in Fredericton, so it's my hometown. Music has always been a huge part of my life. It was a huge part of my family's life. And I get that sense when I go to shows, and I get that sense when I do shows. When I'm performing, I look at the audience, and I know that it's an audience of people who aren't just into one style of music. They're into all sorts of music. They're into the musical experience, and they want to share it together. And that is really, really special. If you're a fan of live music, you should visit Fredericton because it's got a ton of great venues, small venues, bigger venues. Fredericton will surprise you. There are fans that will take a risk on new bands that they don't know because they love music. Fredericton, a beautiful city on the St. John River with tons of great restaurants, great venues, an amazing microbrew scene. If you love beer, I certainly do. I look forward to having you all come to Fredericton, and we'll see you in 2022.
Who doesn't love David Miles? And congratulations on your ECMA for Folk Recording of the Year, David. And congratulations to all the nominees and winners of ECMAs this week. I know we were all really looking forward to being together and celebrating in person in Sydney this year, but rest assured, we will soon be all back together again, performing and enjoying the best live music in the world. Thanks again to TD, our presenting sponsor of the ECMA Awards Part 2, the Music and Industry Awards. Also, to our host, Sydney Cape Breton, for providing the backdrop for our events and the support to keep the music alive. Before you go, let me leave you with a bonus track of sorts. In case you missed it, here's a little piece of the Rita McNeil tribute from her induction into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame last Thursday. I think she would have loved it. I'm Heather Rankin. Thanks for watching. Good night, and stay safe.
At the age of 16 years, he quarrels with never see another one. In the dark recess of the mind, where you age before your time, and the cold dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I will hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. It's a working man I am, and I've been down